Awesome. We're about to clear some energetic chains on safety, but we also want to make that intention when we start that process. We want to create a sacred space for ourselves. We're going to have a warp gate to super accelerate that, but for now, we're just going to do it basic, where we put up, kind of like a bubble around ourselves. It's a protected area. And then we're going to make that grounding cord from the center of your spine down to the center of earth, with a plaque with your name on it, connecting it there, and then start feeling the energy start draining down. Then we can think of like a inner circle, which would be like an aura, and we're just gonna sweep the energy. While we feel like energy coming down, and just kind of just get in a moment where we're sweeping it down, getting to that kind of sacred space. And we're just building that conscious awareness that when we're about to kick off warp gates, we're creating a sacred space for ourselves. Sacred, protected space. Just gonna ground it down. And now we're gonna jump into the warp gate. Hello everybody, and awesome. So we're here if you are biologically an only child. If you have stepbrothers and stepsisters, you'll still do all the energetic chains to sisters and brothers, still run this through for the steps. But first, you're gonna do, because you're an only child, and there's a special dynamic with that, because genetically, you're the end of like that genetic chain. So you're the only one, and we're gonna clear that. You're gonna do 3 clearings, 1 to mom, 1 to dad, biological mom, biological dad, and then 1 to yourself as a self-referencing chain. So you got a little extra to do, but that's awesome, that's fantastic. It's worth it. So we're gonna jump in with mom. So it's all of the energetic chains that I have to my mom of, is it safe to be the only one? I release in my highest good. And now we're going to jump into the not versions of that. So all of the energetic chains that I have to my mom of, is it not safe to be the only one? I release in my highest good. Jumping on to dad. So all of the energetic chains I have to my dad of, is it safe to be the only one? I release in my highest good. And now we're jumping on to dad and the knots. Once again, we're just feeling it in our body, and we'll notice the nuances and the difference each different time when we do it. And like, oh, wait, did the energy go this way, go that way? It doesn't matter what's actually happening. Everything's leaving, so don't worry about like the thoughts that might come into your head. This is on the way out. We don't hold on to them. So moving on to that, all of the energetic chains that I have to my dad of, it is not safe to be the only one. I release in my highest good. Fantastic, you just kicked off some warp gates. Now I also want to once again recreate that sacred space and give the energy a place to go. Like where we want this to go, we're going to be super accelerating that with the warp gate coming up. But for now, we're just going to create that bubble around us, a little sacred space around us, taking a grounding cord, just a beam of white light from the center of our spine down to the center of the earth. That's where it's all going to drain to a plaque with your name on it. Think of it clicking into place, click, and then all of a sudden everything starts draining down. All this energy that we released with the warp gate, we're just draining it down, telling it where to go. You even feel light coming in from above, draining down. Use your hands, kind of just sweeping it, just a little manual process, sweeping it down. Still very powerful. I mean, our warp gate's running in our unconscious, so we're doing a ton of energy work right now. We're just kind of giving in a direction of like, let's just energy go. We're just letting it go, right? Hooking our conscious mind up to, we're letting this go. You've done a fantastic job. Until we talk again, have a blessed day or a blessed night.